Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Elliott Ware. On my channel, I make different content just around fitness, working out, reading, living an overall healthy lifestyle. And in today's video, I've been posting on YouTube for around or just over 2 years now. And in today's video, I'm just gonna be going over some different things that I picked up along the way and really just what YouTube has taught me and what I've learned from just posting videos on this platform. So if you just wanna learn more about what it's like to be a creator, what it's like, you know, to just post videos on YouTube, man, be sure to stay tuned in with this video because I'm gonna be going over some really interesting things. If you aren't already subscribed, I really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel just to be locked in with all the future content that I got coming, as well as to check out some of my previous content. Also, if you like this video, be sure to click that like button. I really appreciate it, as well as leave a comment with any kind of message that you want to leave to me or any kind of videos you want me to make. Okay, so the first thing that I've learned from really just being on YouTube is just to be more creative. And creativity is the name of the game on YouTube and really just social media kind of posting in general, because you know it takes a lot of creativity to just think of videos to post, think of how to go about filming the video, thinking about editing the video. Again, the creative process is really intense. Kind of no matter what level or threshold you are within the platform, creativity is key. I know one of my big goals on the YouTube platform is to just make 100 videos. So that's one of kind of my first goals. I'm slowly getting there. And one thing I've realized is that it does take an enormous amount of creativity just to like think of that much content to just post 100 videos worth. And sometimes, you know, as a viewer or a consumer of the content, it can be very smooth and appear easy, like how the content is produced, how it's created, things like that. And it takes a lot of creativity and work on the back end to really just make that content. And that's something that I've learned really just throughout all my posting on YouTube. So the second thing I've learned, and this is a really positive point, and probably one of my favorites on the list, is that you have supporters. So it's easy to think that when you're posting your first video and you're posting content like on YouTube, that you're all alone and nobody's really gonna kind of support your channel. Some people have these thoughts. Some people come in knowing that they have the support, and if you do, that's great. But really, you kind of learn that you have supporters just from, you know, the people that watch your content, the people that comment, the people that like, and you really appreciate that kind of positive feedback, knowing that someone out there, at least one person, is kind of benefiting from the stuff that you're posting on YouTube. I always remind myself of this, and I tell people, and I tell other people this sometimes, as long as you're impacting just one person, you know, that's really all you can do, and that's still good. You know, I think the purpose of this platform is really just to share information with each other. Whether you're helping one person or a million people, you know, it's still good to just have the positive impact. And it's nice to know that people are supporting, you know, what you're doing, the kind of content that you're posting, and really just your YouTube journey in general. You know, whenever I post a new video, I always send to just friends and family. And I also post on like Instagram sometimes, and it's really cool to just see the positive feedback that people have for the kind of content that I put on the platform. Even if you don't have as much support as you like or the kind of supporters that you want, it's always important to just push your own content, push your own brand, and push your own product, because at the end of the day, if nobody else is gonna push or promote it, you know, who else will? And it's really important that you do it, and it's important that you believe in your content enough and you see the goodness in it enough to where you want to push it no matter what. One thing I have learned is that like there are people in your corner, and you have some supporters with, you know, really just what you're trying to do. And so the third thing that I took away from really just posting on YouTube is you learn not to care about certain things. And really, before you post that first video, and even the consecutive videos after you post your first one, it's easy to worry about just like what the world is gonna say, what the internet is gonna say, because you're putting this content just out for people to judge and critique. And that can kind of be worrisome sometimes. And you know, really the thing about it is, one way to kind of trick your brain, trick your mind, is just to not care what people say, especially like not the negative stuff. I would say like care about the positive stuff. Be grateful that, again, kind of the point we were talking about earlier, having supporters, being grateful that people have positive feedback to give about your content, and to just not care about what the naysayers have to say or people that leave negative stuff, because most of the time they're not even attempting the same things you are anyway. So it really makes no sense to me to just worry about, you know, irrelevant opinions sometimes, and you shouldn't either. You know, at the end of the day, the only opinion that matters is your own. I know this is covered a lot in a book that I want to read about, in a book that I want to read called The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. And I plan to read this in the near future and make a video covering that. So be sure to stay tuned for that and subscribe too for that future video. But yeah, you really can't care about what people say or what people might think, because at the end of the day, you know, you're the one that's posting the videos or not posting the videos. And you shouldn't let those people's opinions impact your actions. So topic number 4 that I took away from just making YouTube videos is you learn to manage your time a little bit more wisely. So it takes like a lot of time on the back end to create content, to create, you know, decent videos to post on YouTube. The time commitment is, I wouldn't say rather extreme on my level, because I would consider myself still a beginner, but the time commitment can really get up there the higher. You know, the more your channel just progresses, So taking the time to plan the videos, plan what the video is going to be about, make a script for the video, film the video, then editing it. It takes a good deal of time, but I've begun to just have an appreciation for the process, and I'm going to be talking about that later on in this video. But yeah, definitely just managing your time. And when I talked about the Rick Ross book in the previous video, be sure to go check that out if you haven't already. You know, he talks about just managing our time wisely, and really time is the greatest asset, the most precious asset that we have. So again, we want to use it wisely. And really, when you're talking about posting videos on YouTube, wise time management and effective time management are really just things that you just pick up along the way in, you know, just posting videos. So the 5th thing that YouTube has taught me is that you have to put yourself out there, right? So again, going back, it takes a lot of confidence and a lot of courage, to be honest, to really just put videos of yourself out on the internet for the world to see, for the world to judge, you know, whatever. But by doing this, you get a sense of freedom, you get a sense of liberation, really just getting out of your own head and kind of putting yourself out there for people to get feedback for. And you'd be surprised that, like, most of the time the feedback is positive. So again, going back to point number 2, you have supporters in this, right? So yeah, putting yourself out there, it's a huge confidence booster. You just also a bit of relief too, right? You know, just you kind of realize that, hey, posting this video isn't so bad, and kind of all that worrying was for nothing. So that's something that I definitely appreciate just from like the YouTube process and the YouTube experience so far. You know, just learning to put myself out there and really, like, beyond just the content itself, really just telling people about your content, sharing your content, you know, things like that. The next thing that I learned is that things take time. I researched different channels that have 1 million+ subscribers, and they always say that it takes around like 10 years to kind of get to that point, give or take. I know some channels are different, some channels, you know, grow at different paces, but regardless, it still takes a huge amount of time to just grow like a successful YouTube channel and really grow anything like in life. And that's something that just being on YouTube has taught me about life in general, is that great things take time. You know, whether you're trying to build your YouTube channel, whether you're an entrepreneur trying to build their own business, you know, it takes time to develop, you know, something really great. I've been around on YouTube for like 2 years now, and I've just been grateful for, you know, my experience on it so far and the kind of time that I put into it. And I'm really excited for just the time I plan to put into YouTube in the future. And I'm really excited to just share that journey with you all. Okay, so the next thing that I took away from this book was appreciating the process. And again, I mentioned this earlier, you really just kind of get an appreciation for the process, and going back to just how creating these videos takes a lot of creativity and time, you kind of understand parts of the process. So just, you learn to appreciate, you know, creating the video. You really appreciate just thinking of what the video is going to be about, and appreciate these little steps in the process to make a video. And really, with the appreciation of the process, that leads you to just have a more effective just process for creating your videos or creating, you know, whatever it is that you do, whatever your hustle is. You probably hear about the process all the time, you know, whether it be like entrepreneurship, success, self-help, whatever, you know, everything has a process, especially something worth achieving has a process associated to it. And I believe that we should definitely embrace this process and find ways to just perform at better levels and to really just achieve our goals through the process. And so the last thing that I took away from this book, at least for this video, is going to be don't overthink it. I suffer from overthinking all the time, and YouTube is no different. When I first started, I did so much overthinking about what I would post, how I would post it, how people would react, what kind of equipment I had, just overthinking like small things that really didn't matter at the time. And this is something that I've seen really inhibit a lot of people from really just taking that first step to just doing whatever it is that they want to do, whether it be YouTube or something else. Really just kind of getting started, really just kind of overthinking how they should take that first step, when really the secret sauce is to not overthink at all and to just start and to just do, and really kind of through trial and error kind of learn different aspects of whatever it is that we do. But overall, I've really just appreciated YouTube. I've appreciated everything that has taught me so far, and again, I'm really excited for where this channel is going to go and where this community and really just all of what I can do on the platform. And again, I'm so excited and I'm so grateful that you are here with me. But yeah, man, that's all I got for this video. If you stayed to this point, I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, I'd ask that you give this video a like, as well as share in the comments kind of any kind of content, any kind of videos you want me to make or that you want to see. Again, my name is Elliott Ware. I appreciate you checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one.